We are back in Bononia. Citizens, today we are back on our third episode of Anno 117 Pax Romana. And today, as I remember discussing last time, we are introducing household goods for our Plebians. We currently do have olive oil coming in, but we do want to get Amphora underway. And to do so, we need to consider actually building a small settlement on this island, because in here, for Resin, you actually need Plebian workforce in order to supply a workforce in the Resin tapper. So with that in mind, actually I'm just going to keep in that we have got some research that we need to put underway. As you can see, this is so extensive, it's actually ludicrous. So you have to be quite careful in terms of where you want to do your research, and I'm thinking this is actually quite good because it introduces an extra effect of a governor villa, which is Liberti's workforce at plus 25. However, just considering, looking around here, that gives us shrines, happiness effect. Could probably consider safe havens, but at the moment I'm going to go ahead with fish markets, and after fish markets I'm going to push into watchtowers. Oh, actually no, I want more night watch so we can have available patrols on our custodies. And at the same time, we're going to go quarter mastery followed by voluntary vigilance. So our vigils have extra patrols too. So we'll get those underway. And at the same time, we're going to unpause. And then we're going to start playing with setting up this settlement. Actually, saying that, I do have something going on over here. So there's actually something in Anno 117 which is similar to Anno 1800, where you can unlock certain perks. And in this case, we have a lot of items from something called the Hall of Fame. So we have some legendary, or unique, should I say, unique specialists that we can put ahead straight away into our wonderful Governor Villa. And I want you to keep an eye on the balance. For this guy here, we'll introduce markets in range, income effect of plus 1.5, and the upkeep cost is going to be reduced by 75%. So if we go ahead and do that, boom, that's an extra 100. And if I go over here, you'll see, yeah, both those guys that we have in here. So we have Gaius Julius Lupus and Actorius Maximinus Numerarius Non-Parel. It's an interesting name there, but we can see they're both increasing income by 262.5 each, which is huge. That is massive. And we're going to go ahead and do the same with this, and I want you to keep an eye on our workforce numbers here, which is actually going to go through the roof.
Steady work overcomes all.
Good grief. Yeah, 639.
Your recent behavior has been uninviting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was... And then you're offering me a gift as well.
Invaluable.
So, and then the last one we're going to introduce is Menander of Nicomedes, Auspicious Haruspex, which is increasing the belief in the area and the knowledge of the area. So we're going to look at knowledge and belief. These should skyrocket as well.
Rejoice, Governor.
There we go.
Your city
That is
shall be
huge.
saved.
76 and 229.5. So that has put us in a good position. And because we've got so much Liberti's workforce, I'm going to go ahead and actually upgrade quite a few of these to plebs. Because we do have... Actually, I could probably do this whole area here. So this is all going to be plebs over here. And they'll keep this as our Libertis zone for the time being. Okay, wood is still underway. What else we got? God, there's lovely lavender flowers just in here, which is really cool. Not that we have lavender as a fertility, but anyway, I digress. we do need our boat. And our boat is going to pick up some wood and tiles. I'm going to go ahead.
Oaths of friendship between us.
Where you offered me something and then it disappeared. Trade treaty. Yep, sure, thank you. I will accept that. And we have no quests, that's fine. Right.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
We are going to pick up some of these and some of those, and we're going to head back over here. Get this planted down. I'm wondering...
My tutors used to go on about how diplomacy is so difficult, but it looks like we agree on everything anyway. There's some real potential here.
Yeah, it's alright, that's fine. Okay, I'm actually going to, on this island, I'm going to dedicate this one to series, just because I want to boost olive production and flax. I think over here, what do we have? We still have flax, but I have a lot more fish options here. I have 2 fish options, actually 3. I even have oyster population as well, so yeah. This is dedicated to Neptune, and then over here we will dedicate this to Ceres. So let's go ahead. So Cyrena. Oh, it's already dedicated to Ceres. That's fine. Okay, so I must have done that in the prior episode. My bad. Boat is en route. And what we can do is we're setting, just before we set up the Amphora production, let's just see, do we have any in here? No, we do not. So we need to carefully consider where this may go. And I'm thinking that's actually quite a good spot there. And I'm wondering if anywhere in here would be good. Like there would be alright maybe. So we have one which is covering this bit, and then down here I'm thinking maybe like here. So let's move these out. So okay, so we've got 2 of these running. That's going to go and collect from this warehouse. I like how you can see the line, which is just denotes how quick the journey is, or where it's going to be collecting or dropping off to and from. Just notice that our custodies look pretty cool, actually, in their blue uniform here. Don't think anyone's in prison by the looks of it. Yep, everyone's quite happy here. I've got to finish off this wall as well. I'm just going to wait for the wood to come flying in, hopefully. Our little homestead over here is looking quite good too, but let's just double check our consumption for our consumer goods. And it's looking good across the board, to be fair. The bread is coming up close, so maybe we just pop one of those in. Because I think with one... Have we got grain on the go? I think we did. Yes, we do. I'm going to go ahead and build a second bakery over here. Now, the question is where in here? I don't want it to disrupt too much. I think it needs to be right on the outer limits. So probably around here, like here. That works. Perfect. Looking very good indeed. Right. Has our ship managed to reach yet? No, let's put this on 2 times speed and then we can... Oh, it is already here. Sorry. I was looking at my trading ship. So let's drop these off. So I could probably build like a wonderful area just here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I need to firstly consider where our wonderful villa is going to be situated. And I'm thinking... it just needs to cover a large enough area here, so I'm going to do this. And I want to line it up with the bridge, actually, which I think would be... Go here. Going to draw the bridge in. Should just touch up nicely. Yep, that's great. And then we're going to plan our residences around this villa. I'm wondering if it should face This is quite a picturesque area. I'm wondering if it should go like this. That's nice, actually. And from here we could do a road down to the beachhead. That looks quite nice. We can just delete this out, build around it. Take a road out and round so it connects nicely there. And now we can start thinking about how we're going to plan our houses. So put back our building, we'll put ourselves on planning mode. And I'm thinking... Okay, with all those in place, now we need to consider where our service building is going to be placed. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And a pub. Either side, maybe. This just gives us a little bit of space here to do some decor. That's fine. That's okay there. And then we'll consider putting some shops, I'd like to call it. It's just a spinner. It's a bit of an industry here. That's looking quite good. Now, we have enough wood. Yeah, well, I say that. We did have enough wood. We'll get this up. And we'll also... We need to think of sardines. So put some sardines in place. And we'll do some porridge. Which can actually just sit just here. And... just fill in the gaps here. That's perfect. Right, so that's our food. Now we can start thinking about building a block of houses. And then we need to go and actually start producing some wood here, just as we don't have to ferry it back and forth. So I'll talk about the Hall of Fame in a moment, because I did kind of jump away from that, but we're just going to get this up and running first. And do it here. Just done a nice little trade in Bononia, which is good. Now let's consider where these reach to. That reaches. That doesn't. So we'll put 2 here. And then 2 here. I'll just hover over one, hold shift, and I'll upgrade all of those. And build all of
a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
That's fine. This will go up. I know it will. Yeah, we'll get some extra population momentarily with these houses, which is good. Right. So this is all here, and once the food starts producing and... Yeah, we should have some food coming into play now. If I go and click on one of these, yep, here we go, and that will get plus population here as well. So this is all underway. We're going to bring our ship 100 drops back, and then we're going to look at the wonderful Hall of Fame. So within Anno 1.7 you have the Hall of Fame. I've been unlocking a number of things because I've been testing out various elements in between episodes as I'm uploading them. I've unlocked everything in this screen, so it's a mixture of unlocking gods without having to research them. So with as you start the game, you already have Neptune, Ceres, and Mars unlocked, and then you have to go through and unlock all of these other bits. I've unlocked Meripath Chromatic Surveyor, which I'm actually going to put on my flagship once he's back in port. So discovery radius is plus 100%, hit points are great, movement speed and favourable winds, which is really, really good. We have some decorations, which is some cobbled mosaic. To move this, you just hover your cursor over it and just left click, and you can rotate and visually inspect it. Same goes for some other cosmetic items or beautification items here. The proverbial torchbearer, which I haven't got yet, which actually looks really cool because I think there are some little flames on there you can just see. I have unlocked this one, which is the statue of a lion, which is really cool. And as you go further in, I've unlocked the large lithophyte tree, which is really cool. Arctorius Maximinius Numeraliaris. But you can see here it's a mixture of things that will boost your performance in-game, some cosmetic pieces like colours for your civilization, skins for the boats as well, and also various governor portraits. And as you go through, there's lots and lots. I'm very, very tempted to unlock some of these later tier ones. It's kind of unfortunate you don't have all of the gods in here, because you could do some interesting plays from the outset. Maybe you want to, this is for trade, this is for farming, this is for navy and water-based fertilities, this is war, obviously, but you don't have the other Latin god in here, unfortunately. But there's some really cool things in here, like Roman goods pack, which gives you sardines, porridge, tunics, and pileus. So that's everything that you need for your Liberti to then level up to Plebians, which is insane. This is actually very good as well. Aaron's Spedius Fastus Suter Supra Crebidum, which just gives happiness, prestige from sandals, and prestige from reed shoes. So she's all about that footwear. If Zeno's Achilles ever hopes to catch the tortoise, he will need the finest of footwear to split the infinite, which is quite funny. And then some other bits here which are really good. So you can unlock various bits of tech that you would have to research otherwise from the outset, which is really good. And you do have some skins for your civilization as well. That looks really cool. There's a flag there, Roman flag just here. And this is the Shadow of Syrah, a new skin for your residents. Use the cosmetic tool to apply. And some more marble. And this one here, which is mackerel hauling. So if you start on an island where there is no mackerel, you'll have I think this gives you 50% productivity, or 50% fertility. So it's there, just slower. But this is really cool. And you get all of those points. You can spend the points, sorry. So you've also got Albion as well. And I've unlocked a few things here too. As you can see, this is something that I'd like next, but you have to spend 100 points before you can push into the next tier. So as I'm almost towards, it's not 100 flat, it goes up each time so I need 320 to push into tier 5, but I am in tier 4, and I'm thinking, since I'm in here, I'm going to consider getting Mercury Lugus. Unlocks the god of swift transactions for all your games. So go ahead and do that. And now I need to go from 325 to 540 in order to get up to tier 5, which is this one here. But I now have Judok Daedalus of the Myrtle Tower. Can't pronounce these very well. But it looks like this is military specialist. Towers in range get attack damage. Workforce need is reduced by 80%. Upkeep costs for -50 and hit points. So this is just like turtling. This guy is going to be so good for like doing a defensive beachhead. Now, what is this? A water pavilion. That looks insane. I would like one of those, please, in my settlement. The Triskela. There's lots. Bronze, a new skin for King Numa and his family, which is bronze skin set. That's really cool. Then we have impressive columns, a small ornament to grace your cities, which is, again, really cool. But that's enough about the Hall of Fame. Back into the game, back into developing our wonderful city over here. I think our population will start going up. Oh, I didn't mean to pause it. In due course, get another +1 population, and that will bring everything in.
For everything, if you're desperate enough.
I think we're going to go ahead and just pause 2 of these, just so that we can. There we go. Everything's positive now, so these will all work 100%. And then once we get some wood in, then I'll build all of these up. And we also need to consider, since we're doing this now, I need to get my hemp farm in place. And my sheep. Just get my sheep. I'm not going to actually build it. Just place these. It's like we're going to ruin this. No, we're still fine. Still at 108/80. And this, I wonder, will it reach? Yes, it does. Just there, and we'll put lovely hemp field just to the rear, like so. Okay. Now, back down here, our ship is returning. And we need to start planning out this city a bit better. And we need to upgrade to the next tier. So, and then once we've done that, we will start looking at grape fertility, some other bits, because if I recall correctly, our Equites or Equites will need some new things to keep them happy. So I'm just thinking, what area will I want this in? I'm thinking this would be nice as an Equites area, or even up to here, actually. I'll have to think about moving things around, but near the villa. Let's have a look here. Yeah, let's get all of this.
We are privileged to serve.
Now, if we just really enjoy the aesthetics here, the Equites buildings look absolutely awesome. And they look very nice actually next door to our villa, which is great. We'll just zoom in, just appreciate these a little bit more. Take in the vista, and you like how you have here. I don't know if these are part of these buildings, but there's some doves here. You have some doves flying around, which kind of reminds me of like Roman themed films such as Gladiator, when you see like flocks of pigeons just flying around. Very reminiscent of actually me when I actually got to visit Rome. So they've nailed that actually. Yep, they are pigeons. That's sweet. Right, and back to it. What do these guys need? Okay, so there's a few things. They need wine. They need cheese. They need a Grammaticus in range, which they don't have currently. An aqueduct cistern and a theatre. Do we have access to it? Yes, we do. I did plan for this beginning, so up here. So we actually need to consider the next construction resource, which is concrete. We need concrete. So let's have a look at a area. I'm thinking this one here, if I'm honest, or that actually works out better. Or do I go a bit further afield? Let's have a look around here. What have we got? Got this here actually. This can't actually flow down to anywhere very well, so I'm going to go ahead and build it here. Let's get ourselves a limestone quarry. And what's the ratio? It's 30 seconds to 1 minute 30. So I can build 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And do we have a... That doesn't quite reach. So I'm going to go ahead and build another warehouse just here. Like that. And we'll do a road down here. We'll get these built.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
And we need some more of these lovely guys.
Hazardous housing, rampant disease. Think of your athletes and residents. Think of their health.
Now, why can't this upgrade?
An aqueduct could provide water, naturally, and prove a stupendous sight.
I think once we are able to upgrade the roads around here, this should be able to reach quite a lot more, I would have thought. Same with this building as well. So this will be able to become quite a prestigious area. And then what we need to consider next, and I think it's going to be around here, is vineyards. Let's get our vineyards up and running. Which is these, and I think these need concrete. By the looks of it, yes, 2 concrete, 1 concrete, and also we need an apiary. So apiary, vineyard, followed by a vintner, if I could pronounce that. So over here, we just need to finish off the full chain. So I think I could just get 2 of these. Just think of an area where I can do this, and that'll be fine. I think we could just pop 2 of these here. 1, 2. Get these up. 1 and 2. Some sand. A sand refinery for some silica. Silica plus limestone equals concrete, which is always very good. Now, if I head back over here... Ooh. Request from the Emperor. Wants bread. Wants wine. I'm going to decline for now. I can't really accept to do that. I'm sorry. Sorry, mate. Okay, let's go to... Well, we could do the Albion province. We're going to wait until we go there. Okay, we have some wood now, so let's go get some more houses in play. Yeah, let's do this. And we'll get these up and running as well. Press P, P, P. I could always do Shift P. Shift P, actually, if you hold on a building, you do Shift P, you'll notice it turns off all the buildings of that same type, and Shift P again turns them back on. Really handy if you're struggling with maintenance costs and or workforce. Aqueducts, fire instance, let's just get rid of these. Let's just click it.
Fire has broken out.
That's fine. I'm okay with fires. Speaking of fires, we do need to consider this, this, and possibly this as well, which I could probably fill in here. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do this. And that covers pretty much most of the city, which is fine. But this is looking very good. Very nicely placed by the seaside. I'm wondering if we place these a bit more. I don't know. Because next door to each other, they do look a bit outrageous. So we probably want to place them in the corners of our city, one corner away from each other. So that sort of works. Let's do that. And this can fit in there, which is perfect. That looks a lot better, actually, aesthetically, because you haven't got two huge towers next to each other, which is fine. We'll do that. Since we have enough plebs, we're going to go and get these up. As well as, oh, I would like to get those up, but I am just a bit short of wood. 5 plus, yeah, 7. Well, we could build this one, but this one costs a bit. Right, back here, have we got any of these being made yet?
You will not shame me in
18,
front of our
8%. Yeah, they're taking their time to get up and running. What we can do in the interim is first foremost is we can go ahead and finish building our wall. That was 51. It's 20. 33. 5. How far are we doing? We've got 5 more. That's fine. We've almost built it. I think this looks really cool. Probably a little bit biased. You know what, actually, I don't like how this road works, so... Pause, road out to here. And then this can come down like that. And I bet you I think some of these were able to connect to a warehouse in here. Although I'm not too sure where that warehouse is anymore. We do have quite a lot happening over here. Get those up. Why, this has got absolutely none, no public services, which is bad. But that will change once we get the roads in. The concrete roads. We do have 3 concrete, which is good. Back over here. This is okay. Right, we're going to plan out our aqueduct. So I'm thinking personally it needs to come to here, really. Good grief. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get this to work any other way. I'm wondering if it can come down here and then into here. This is 1. And then we need a way of coming much further into this area. And I'm wondering if the aqueduct comes this way, and this way. And I could possibly place it here. There. Let's just see if we can get this to work. So this can go out here and then down here. Can it go across? There. That looks quite impressive, actually. So that'll sort out this area over here, and I think, does it do most of it? It does a chunk, that's for sure. Unless you move it further in. What we could do is just move this. Move this. Get it down to about here. Yeah, that's huge right there. That'll flow down. Then we need to do the same where it comes down. I wonder if I rotate this round. So I do this and do this. Yeah, might have to. It's going to look a bit jank initially, but if I do this like that, put that there, and then this can come, oh god, to here and then down. What's this that's here? This is a bakery. But I'm wondering if this is going to be a good place for a cistern. I think that would be insanely good for a cistern. And we just got to move the bakery. That's a potter. We just check the bakery again. I think I've got 2. Yeah, I just need to think about where I'm going to move this to. Might have to go in here, you know. Like here. Yeah, that's going to have to do that. Yeah, and then we'll be able to fill this in. We'll be able to put some things in here, I think. Well, that's a bit better because then you have a nice little baker's front area here. Magnifipanis. Is that what it actually says? M.A. Magnus Panis. I'm probably butchering it there, but anyway. Okay, back to our aqueduct. We'll place it. I'm thinking that's going to hit 97 if I place it there. That's 96. Yeah. Perfect. Look at that. That is 2 well-placed cisterns. That is actually going to massively improve health and also fire safety. So health is minus 21, and fire safety is pretty poor as well. And we've also got to consider where this big boy is going to go. But I'm thinking it will have to go in here. We'll just move this round to there. Or actually just to here, I think. And then the theatre, in all its glory, can be placed here. Like this, and there we go, and that covers at least where we need it to cover, which is down here, but we're going to build a good residential area up here, that's for sure. And we may even need to consider expanding out our city out this way in the future. But this is looking good. This is looking very good. Because we have plenty of farmland over here. And here. Because we've got to consider that we'll have the aqueducts that come down, and then we'll have all our arable farms in this area. And that is actually a thing. arable farms, because that's what you can boost initially with an aqueduct once you've got the research in play. But that, if I go ahead and get that would be huge. But I'm thinking we probably need to wait. How... Just going to have a look at... These guys want soap and togas and brooches. If we did this, it's going to be happiness, knowledge, and prestige. So I might have to consider getting that one soon. But there's some other big buildings that will come up in here, and that's why I'm thinking we need to expand this out. Probably down and across this way. So I have to move where our wood area is out. I might actually do that now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this now. Yeah, we're going to relocate our industries appropriately. Very good, and it's actually left the trees that are growing here, which is really cool. But this is coming together nicely. We're gonna have to print this out here and just go. What I actually need to consider, if I'm going to move all of these over here, I do need to upgrade the warehouse so it can cope with the increase of movement of goods. So let's just grab these out as well. We're just having a complete and utter reshuffle right now. But that's fine. It's going to work out. Very good. Now look at all this extra space now that we have to build in. And I can actually go ahead and destroy these. So we're expanding our settlement massively now. Look at that. And I'm actually almost out of wood. Not out of wood, I've almost yeah, there we go. That looks so much better. Look at this massive city now. This area here is going to be incredible. Incredible, I say. How many houses can we fit in? Right, 2. Let's see if we can make it 3, actually. We're just going to expand this out. Go like this. I'm wondering if we do this as well. There. Very good. And then we can actually get another cistern in this area too. So this is covering all of this. This is covering... You know what? It's overlapping too much. Like by 50%. It needs to be... Yeah, I know how it needs to be. I need to redo this all. There's gonna be a garden in the back, but this is fine. And then I need to think about, so this is covering all of this. I need something here. I think that's where the next thing needs to be. Just go over here and just see if I can quickly upgrade all of these, and I can. Good.
You know what athletes need. We could put that on papyrus, you know. Make it official. The diplomats can sort that out.
Good.
Your people enjoy life. They do not fear tomorrow. You are gracious.
I know I am.
It suits you well.
Why, thank you. Let's go get this up and running as well. That
Got
looks
anything I could
incredible.
include in a gladiator outfit?
Look at this magnificent building. Let's just check that we've got this all even on each side. Yep. And we'll just give it a nice sort of cinematic spin. But this looks like an incredible, incredible building. I don't know, is this the rear or is this the front? I can never tell. I don't know what is front and what is back. But this is a magnificent building. You have some actors acting in the front here. You have some legionaries coming in on stage here for an act. We have all our audience here as well, enjoying the show. It's very cool. Very, very incredibly detailed building. Very prestigious. But I'm wondering, does it look better the other way around? You know what? I think it looks better the other way.
Their devotion to Ceres, the more plentiful their yields.
You know what? It looks better that way. 100%. There's something about that that looks really cool. Right, now the aqueduct. Okay, let's just plan this out. Thinking this way. It needs to come down here, so over one more. And then down. Ah, it doesn't like that way. Why doesn't it not like that way? That's not uphill though. Ooh, it does not like that at all. How is that uphill? Okay. Ah, there we are. It's because I was going directly that way, like this, sideways. It wasn't seeing it as going down. But maybe this will work. Yes, this works now. Great. I have to just delete this, like a fairly straight aqueduct, please. Okay, now we're going to place this. I'm thinking maybe there. It covers a huge, much bigger area. This gets all of this. This overlaps a little bit. I'm wondering if it goes in like this. I'm wondering if we have another one. So this is covering all of this. If we do this. There. Very cool.
Your people are ailing.
Oh, that's not good. I don't want people to be ailing, so we'll quickly get down this. So this will go and solve this. We have our Medicae, I think it's called a Medicae, Medici, on the way. With their herbs and God knows what else they have in the back of their vehicle there. Okay, right, so we've done a lot of planning this episode on this. And I think we can start
This has got to be my favorite thing.
placing some of these down. Just gonna go ahead and just do this. Okay, and we've used 6. How much does this use? 22. We'll just get that up. But as soon as this is in, or both of these are up and running, we'll be in a very, very good spot. Okay, now I've got to think about all the city planning. I'm thinking I need to get this down here and then left. Because I think this is... Actually, that's not too bad, actually. It fits the houses in. Like so. So we can put some tenement blocks in, so that's fine. But this has come along nicely. We just need the concrete to come in. And over here, we need to start upgrading some of our citizens because we need wonderful... Well, we can actually just go ahead and produce some olive oil here. Get that up underway so we can actually satisfy some of the needs here. And we will need to think about sanctuary somewhere. I'm thinking maybe just here. Very top of our island. And then we also need a grammaticus, which will need to sit in. I think it could sit in here, personally. Alright, let's get some of these upgraded. That's good. That'll do. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Nice. This is coming along as well very nicely as a small... I think this is called a minor city. Somehow this is a minor city with... How many people do we have on this island? 234. It's a minor city at 234? Whereas this one is a major imperial city. That is devastating. Okay, that was not good. I did not save anything. Okay, very good. Right, we have a lot of work to do. We have all of this to plan out. So, I'm going to go ahead and speed run, just planning some bits out. Probably need to move this out of here because this is not where you want. That's really bad for your health, apparently. We're going to finish the walls. And then we'll call it there for the episode, I think. Done all of this around here. Almost. We've almost done the walls completely, which is great. This city is looking magnificent. We've got some big buildings that we need to consider as well. Move this down to here. Go this way. Like so. We have our voluntary vigilance has been discovered, which is good. How much this has been covering? We need to consider some more. Another grammaticus and another... what should we call it here? That would have been able to fit in here. Let's just do this. Right way the way through. We'll consider like... just put that there. And also this along the main crossroads here. There. Okay, fine. I'm going to call that the end to this episode. We've done so much. I mean, I taught you guys a little bit about the Hall of Fame and what you can do with our wonderful specialists that we've placed in here. We've almost finished our wall, which is definitely something that I was trying to do in this episode. I'm going to put this on time 2 speed so the wood comes flying in. We're going to get this all filled in. We're going to continue upgrading our Equites or Equites. I'm going to make a nice neighborhood in the middle here. I'm also going to do some decoration around here. I wonder if I can get rid of this. I don't know if I can get rid of the trees, which is a bit annoying. Because there's something I'd like to do with this main road going in. We suffered some plague as well in this episode, but that's fine. But all in all, this is... whoa, we just sold a ton of stuff. All in all, I think Bononia is turning into a thriving settlement. And I think that's no small feat. It's come a long way, and it's going to be becoming a lot more. So I'll do F5. Yeah, I don't think the initial screen that we had placed initially is going to really show how wonderful this is going to turn. So it's going to be more of a view like this, I think. Without the icons, I think this is going to... it's going to be magnificent. With the walls as well. Incredible. But please, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and what you're looking forward to most in Anno 117 Pax Romana. I am having the most fun in this game ever. And it's really driving my creative juices to create content for you guys. I've got some guides and deep dives that I've got planned coming up. But as always, this is MarZhill Magnus signing out for now. Ciao.